boy, I'd like to go with you.
You've been so good, you'll see that wish come true.
Perhaps there'll be a bunch of toys for me
In the shanty where Santa Claus lives.
Hey everyone, Matt here. It's time for Animaniacs. You know it, you probably love it. If you don't know about it, Animaniacs was a Steven Spielberg produced cartoon that aired from 1993 to 1998, first on Fox Kids and then on Kids WB. The show centered around a variety of hilarious, and sometimes not so hilarious, skits that mixed Looney Tunes-esque slapstick with some naughty adult jokes here and there. And with the rebootful, TMCR, up on Hulu, let's take a look at the Animaniacs movie, Wakko's Wish. Released direct-to-video in 1999, a little over a year after the show's last episode, Animaniacs, Wakko's Wish, was supposed to be the first in a series of Animaniacs movies, with this one focused on the main stars of Animaniacs, the Warner siblings Yakko, Wakko, and Dot. However, after the movie undersold, all other planned Animaniacs movies were axed, and the show continued to exist only in reruns. So is this movie an underrated classic like Warner Brothers' other 1999 animated film? Or should the Warners have stayed in their tower? Let's find out as we go through Wakko's Wish. So our movie opens with a gentle snowfall and snowflakes with our characters' faces on them. And once the credits are over, Wakko burns the Citizen Kane reference for warmth. Sorry, I dozed off for a second there. The movie then flashes back to the warmer seasons, and a narrator tells us about the lovely little town of Acme Falls. The narrator then says that the country Acme Falls is located in, Warner stock, was once ruled by a benevolent king, Sir William the Good, until he passed away. A war for the throne ensued, and Warner stock was taken over by Tiktakia, and its leader, King Salazar the Pushy, for he could fortnight dance like no other. But Salazar was immensely disliked by the international community, and his fortunes plummeted as a result, which led him to place a heavy tax on his citizens. This takes us to where our narrative truly begins, with the Warners having been thrown out of the now-defunct orphanage in a destitute Acme Falls. The Warners bemoan their fate, and this leads to our first song, Never Give Up Hope.
We're so far below the poverty line, we're off the graph.
There's only one job to be found here.
The town needs a new speed bump.
We can't go.
So a year later, Dot falls ill, and Wakko heads off to get money for her operation. After another year, Wakko returns to Acme Falls with a haypenny, which takes us to the song I've Got a Haypenny. Sorry, I must have not gotten enough sleep last night. But the Baron, Von Plotz, takes Wakko's haypenny under the guise of collecting taxes. So that night, a desperate Wakko wishes upon a star, he wishes upon the correct star, and his desire fulfillment facilitator, Pip, played by Bad Take Factory Ben Stein, comes down to tell him how to fulfill his wish.
Now go make your wish to where the star landed. The one who touches the fallen star first will be granted one wish.
Yeah, there's no getting around it. This movie is boring. The jokes aren't that good until about an hour into this hour and 15-minute movie, and the few good jokes there are offset by some really hokey drama. On top of that, for a movie that was originally supposed to be in theaters, there's nothing particularly cinematic or grand about it. It's mostly a rehash of some of the Warner shorts in the Anne Volania episode, with none of the brevity and wit that made those pieces work. But hey, I get it. Adapting a TV show into a movie is difficult. If only there was some other movie they could take inspiration from. One that also started with a W and was also adapted from a comedy variety show. That came out like 7 years before this one. I guess not. Anyway, the next morning, the Warner siblings pack up to go find the wishing star, and they sing about doing just that in our next song, The Wishing Star. But because the Warners sang about their intentions, the rest of the town also gears up to go to the wishing star.
Maybe we should have kept this our little secret.
The wishing star.
Plotz gets stopped by Salazar's men on his way to the star, and, back at his castle, Salazar shakes information about the star out of Plotz and Ralph. He then orders the two of them to stop the villagers and kill the Warners. But Salazar doesn't trust Plotz and Ralph, so he orders the Goodfeathers to follow them. Back on the way to the star, the rest of the characters break into the song, If I Could Have My Wish Then I'd Be Happy.
I'd wish that we were happy and be glad for what we've got.
I'd wish an operation for our little sister Dot.
If I could rule the world, then I'd be happy.
If I could have a home, then I'd be happy. I would wish that every single person would appreciate me only for my mind.
I'd wish retirement, you see, in a giant acorn tree, with everybody leaving me alone.
But it'd really make me happy if I had some friends with little kids like me.
We want respect. What I'd really like to do, yes, is direct.
Oh, Ralph, the road to directing is a long and difficult one. In the meantime, just make a YouTube channel. After some more occurrences on the road, the Warners end up only a short walk from the star, but they, along with the villagers, Plotz, Ralph, and the Goodfeathers, get captured by Salazar's men.
I'm Yakko. I'm Wakko.
And I'm Dot with a cough.
The duality of Trace McNeil's voice acting, everyone. Thankfully, the Warners escape execution by telling Salazar they know secrets about the star. And this is probably the best part of the movie, where the Warners mess with Salazar. It reminds me of the Warners segments from the show, and the comedy is on point here. I can only play so much due to YouTube's copyright policies, but here's a little taste.
Could you go to the bathroom and take care of it?
We're in charge, we're in charge, we're in charge.
How about I wish for youth and beauty?
Here you go. A kid and a horse.
I'll wish for $1 million. Make that $2 million.
But Salazar eventually gets fed up with the Warners and orders them to be executed. However, Dot uses her cuteness to escape execution again, and the three of them run off to touch the wishing star. And after Salazar fires a cannon at the Warners, and the subsequent Dot death fake-out, Wakko gets to the star and makes his wish.
Not one, but 2 hay pennies.
And, to make a long story short, the circulation of those 2 hay pennies and the spring thaw makes everyone's wishes come true. The Warners also discover they were William the Good's children and kick Salazar out of the castle. Their rule leads to a new era of prosperity for Warner stock, and the movie ends with Acme Falls' villagers singing a reprise of Never Give Up Hope. So that was Wakko's wish. What happened? While the voice cast still does a great job, and the music by the late Richard Stone is better than what you normally hear in a DTV movie, almost everything else falls flat, especially with the digital animation aging poorly and the Animaniacs mostly taken out of their comedic element. I want to like this movie, I really do, because it was made by the same people who gave us Animaniacs in the first place, and they're still passionate about the series after all these years. But because of the problems I mentioned, I just can't. So yeah, Wakko's wish, not very good. Wish I had more to say, but hey everyone, Matt again, coming to you after I accidentally smudged my face paint. Thanks for watching my video on Wakko's Wish. If you liked this video, please leave a like, share it with whoever you think might enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel. If you really liked this video, please consider supporting me on Ko-fi or Patreon. I also have a Twitter and an Instagram that you can follow for all the latest updates on my videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.